Hey everyone, this video is a closing announcement for 33 units that Jack and I just sold here in Garden Grove. This is the Meadow Grove Apartments, just closed for $12,914,000. We want to talk about the sale, the property, but also some backstory on the actual deal and how the ownership decided to sell and deciding on when it's best to sell and the process thereof. So Jack O'Connor with our team ran the sales transaction from start to finish, did an amazing job helping the seller reach a fantastic outcome. We were talking about the sale points just before turning on the camera to shoot this video, and the property sold $86,000 below our projected pricing that we gave the estimate to the ownership when we met with them. So within 1% of the price that we came up with.
Yeah, we were very close to where we initially gave the valuation on, and it was a great asset.
So let's talk about the asset itself and then kind of backing into the deal story. So tell us what we got.
Yeah, it's a unique property for sure. It's a 33-unit building in the city of Garden Grove, highly sought after submarket within Orange County. The unit mix was special in what investors are really looking for. It was 2-bed, 2-bath, plus a den in each unit. And it's very rare to find something like that. It was a low density construction with a lot of parking. Whenever you're working with an asset of that quality, it makes our lives a lot easier.
No, absolutely. I mean, this was built in '85. It was the original owners' heirs that were selling the property. So this has never been on the market before. Mm-hmm. It was built to kind of retain, not built to be sold. So they had kept it up. They kept it well. Again, the unit mix is really desirable, but when we walked through the property, we could tell that the owner took extra care of the asset.
Yeah, I mean, you see things in the details, right? Even something as small as landscaping or the material choices that are going into the renovations, it makes a big difference. And when you compound that over, multiple generations, it shows. And, that's also reflected in the price that we were able to achieve it really in partnership with the ownership group.
Gotcha. So we ran a process and we generated multiple tours, a total of 10.
Total of 11.
11 tours, and then we had a great buyer that came in and closed escrow. And this was a buyer that had scale, owned in the operating area, hasn't transacted in some time here within Orange County.
No.
And it was through our outbound marketing efforts led by Jack and the team to really drum up that business. And that was also something that we talked about. The open listing sites do lend its hand in exposure, but it was really the daily efforts by our team with outbound marketing efforts that generated that buyer.
Yeah, today's market is not one where you can sit back and be patient for someone. And I think we put a lot of emphasis into being out in every channel, every marketing channel, and uncovering every stone. But really it was kind of the old school method of cold calling, getting in front of people, making sure that they saw the opportunity that ended up yielding a great result. And so we have this balance where we have the machine in the process, but we also do the work day in and day out.
Yes. Our investor network, that buyer was in our investor network, but had not been, hadn't transacted in many, many years.
Right.
So great job to you. And great job to the sellers. I mean, going back to the sellers, they had a win. I mean, the buyer was a win too. He got a great asset, great product within his operating area. Actually with positive leverage, first off to note. He was able to get over the cost of debt. He was able to borrow at what, 5.3%?
5.3%.
Through a relationship bank that he had. And the cap rate at close of escrow was?
Right around 5 3/4, 5.7.
So that was a higher cap rate for Orange County, especially for good product, but it was also a high watermark price per unit at what, $391 a door?
Yeah, $391 a door in Garden Grove. It's one of the highest price per unit transactions ever in the city for comparable product. And it's a testament to the ownership group and the sellers. They've done such a good job they weren't at the cutting edge of market rents, but they were within striking distance. And whenever we have a ownership group that keeps up with the asset, we can communicate that, and it shows. When you walk through there, the rents were probably 10-15% within market, and it just makes ownership and operations much easier moving forward when you're not trying to force or really get a huge lift out of those rents after closing.
Right, the buyer's going to cash flow out the gate.
Exactly.
Sellers came in the office at CBRE. We really got to sit down with them. They got to meet us, understand really our process, the marketing process of what we do. And we've got a step-by-step process to create a great outcome on a sale. We've closed over 500 transactions helping individual owners, and this was no different. But it was really understanding the building, understand more of the details behind the property that really helps us connect and really kind of share that story and message to the buyer market. But overall, the seller was able to just really get an understanding of us and getting comfortable with the process of hiring us exclusively and us going out there to the entire market on their behalf, representing their building. And that's how they were able to, through our controlled process of vetting buyers, conducting tours, making sure everybody's vetted, ultimately they were best represented in the market. It was a great one to get closed.
Yeah.
We're happy to get it done, and it just means so much to help these owners and just simplify. And that was their goal, to simplify and also to maximize their outcome, but to simplify the lifestyle. So we did that. We completed it, led by you, Jack. You did a great job. And again, it was a high watermark sale for the market. So if you own in Garden Grove or you own within just North Orange County, this is a great comp within the marketplace. Yep. And the buyer, he's long-term. He got positive leverage. He got great product. And that's what's most important in his operating area. So it made sense for him too. So if you're in the market, maybe you're not in the market. Maybe this video is coming to you early and you haven't made a decision yet, but it's kind of starting to creep in. You're thinking about it. Yeah. If you want to talk about what your building's worth, if you want to talk about our process or just more information on what's going on in the market, we are dialed in, connected, and being a big part of the market and helping owners. So let us know. Jack and I and the entire team are here and happy to help. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon.